everyone, so today we're talking about fruitcake. But not that kind of fruitcake, but it is almost that time of the year. Today we are going to review the new Too Faced, and by new I mean it is just hot out in Ulta on October 3rd. Hi everyone, I'm Jody and welcome back to my channel. I'm really glad that you're here. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for returning every week to check out the latest videos. Today's video is all about fruitcake. Now before you hit the stop button and the search bar for something else, we're not gonna taste fruitcake, we're not gonna sample fruitcake, we're not even gonna learn how to bake fruitcake. I used to love my grandma's fruitcake, but I haven't really liked a fruitcake since then. So we're going to a different kind of, let's make sure we're not doing a wrong video. We are going to talk about Forbidden Fruitcake by Too Faced. This fruitcake is hot off the press. It was available in Ulta October 3rd, so just recently, within a few days, and it says, "Nobody loafs me." That's what it says on the top. It's a cute box. It comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades. They call it a bite-size eyeshadow palette, and it is $27. Really pretty colors for fall and for the holiday season. I think fall, you could certainly carry some of these greens and yellows, some of those red, burnt orange colors, rust colors into winter, as well as I think these two colors on the side and these two in the middle, or on this side, could definitely be used in the summer and spring. So it's not just a one-time palette, I don't think. So the colors are Want a Piece of Me, Rum for the Hills, Candied Pineapple, Haters Gonna Cake, Frosted Buns, Cherry, Nobody Loafs Me, and this one is a medium brown with shifting emerald green glitter metallic, which is the Forbidden Fruitcake. These look really fun, and I wanted to put together a look for you today. If $27 is a bit of a price point that you're not interested in paying, and I understand that, the dupe that I would suggest is by Revolution, and this is Revolution's Rocky Road palette. This is $4. It is on sale. It was $8 and now it's $4. So you can see the color palette is somewhat similar. This is a little more cool tone, but it still has that burgundy in it, that cherry in it. Some of that green color is right there. So you can see these two colors right here are very similar to those two colors right there. And then these two creamy vanilla matte colors on the top are also very similar to this one and this one right here. So I think it's a fairly good dupe. This one's a little more in the cool tone. This one's a little more on the warmer side, but don't let the color of the palette itself sort of lure you away, because that does give a little different tone, I think, than the actual shade. And again, for 8 colors in this one, it's $4. So not a bad dupe at all. And Revolution has made some really good products. As you know, I love their highlighter. So we're gonna get started with this holiday look. And as with any look, you guys probably do the same thing. You start off with, a look that you want to start off with, and then when you're done, it never looks that way. That's probably what today's gonna look like. That is how today is going to go. It always tends to go that way. So traditionally, I'm gonna just do like I normally do. I might end up with more of my signature look, but I'm gonna try to not do that today. Put the hair up just so we can get it out of the way. Nobody Loafs Me. We're gonna go with Nobody Loafs Me, which is this brownish auburn color right there. So we're just gonna start with this a little bit in the crease, and I'm gonna go with more of a natural look today, probably a little less than my signature look, but that blends nice. And just gonna go a little bit in my crease and try to keep it, we're gonna start off trying to be neutral today. Natural neutral. Let's see how well that's gonna work. It always starts off with the best of intentions, but that's okay, because that's what makeup is all about. So we're just gonna put that in I have glitter on me. Where did the glitter come from? I don't know. I've been playing with makeup all day today, so I'm not surprised there is glitter, but I just don't know really where it came from. That's okay, we can all imagine glitter. Glitter is in everything anymore. Probably the packaging. Okay, so just gonna go a little bit, and that is a nice, soft, kind of an orangey color, I guess. Not really, I don't know if I'd say orangey so much, but it's more of a burnt cinnamon. Yes, yeah, I would say it's definitely a cinnamon color versus Nobody Loafs Me, but it could be a loaf of bread, maybe a little bit a loaf of wheat bread, maybe. So we're just gonna put that a little bit in the crease, all the way to the bridge of my nose, and just give a little bit of an arch to the eye, pulling it just above the socket, the eye socket. So far, really blendable. And any brush will do for that area to sort of create that crease. Now, the older I get, the more softer I am with crease lines. I don't do real harsh, you know, creases or the cut crease or anything like that. I think it just looks a little bit too harsh for my eyes. The next one I'm gonna do is Haters Gonna Cake, which is this brown one. And I'm gonna do that with a little tiny brush just to be able to get into the corner of my eye, just to give it just a little bit of a kick, starting from the bottom lash and going up. We'll do that on both sides. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, I typically do the cut or the placement of the product before I go and blend it, because that way I can look at it and say, okay, before I start blending, I have too much product on this side, not enough on this side, or I have it too high or too low, or the angles aren't the same. It's easier for me to match that and then blend from that original placement than to put it, blend it, and try to match it on this side once it's blended. So for me, when it's a little bit darker and harsher, it's easier for me to see if the placement is the same before I start to blend it. So that looks pretty good. I think I could still go with a little bit darker right up through here. And you guys, this color is really, it is a deep, deep brown. It's a cooler brown, I would say. You can kind of see it on a, it's really good color payoff. I think it's, yeah, it's a nice warm brown that I typically look for a nice, I'll use this as my underliner, my under eyeliner also, because I think it's a really pretty brown. And then I'll just take that up, and then we're gonna blend with just a fluffy blending brush. And try not to mix that color too much away from where it is. I don't wanna move it in other places. I just wanna soften the edges of where it is right now. I don't wanna blend it into a lot of other colors, because I want the corner of my eyes to definitely be darker versus the whole eyelid or the whole eye socket. And then I'm just gonna pull that out ever so slightly, just so it sort of fades, and with an upping up motion. That is a new term, upping up motion. It is anything that relates to pulling up is an anti-aging vocabulary. So you guys, just don't forget, if you're watching this video and it is October, that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so it's a good reminder, if you haven't already scheduled your important mammogram and you're over 40 or at high risk, to schedule that. It's so important. My mom had breast cancer and survived. She's a survivor of it. And so I'm super grateful for that. But I also know that early detection is critically important. So that is my PSA, but also an important reminder. So the next color, gosh, there's so many really pretty ones to choose from. The next one I want to go with, I think, is this nice light color, this One A Piece of Me, which is this nice banana cream. They call it banana cream matte. And I would have to say that is a pretty good banana cream matte. And take the light out of your eyes. And with that, I'm just gonna put it on sort of a pencil type brush and just go right underneath the brow bone and sort of outline my brows, just to sort of give it a nice soft look so that they don't look quite so harsh, but yet crisp, a clean line. And then I'll also take that again and just go right inside the corner of my eyes, just to make sure there isn't any purplish coming through. And so far I don't have any fallout from any of these colors. This one blends really well. It's a nice creamy, I'm running out of rich space. Oh wait, I have a whole arm. It's a nice creamy color. That's probably not gonna show, but they call it banana cream. I don't think I would, it's not as yellow when I think of banana, so don't be afraid of that. I think it's more of a vanilla or a slightly toasted marshmallow. Not that Too Faced needs my opinion on how to name their colors. I'm just suggesting that it's not, don't let the color banana scare you away. All right, so that is probably a good finishing point with that. And then I really am interested in, I love glitter, and I have not done this yet, so I don't know if this is where I got the glitter from. So the next one I'm gonna use is this Candied Pineapple, and it is a glittery, I wouldn't say frosted, but it's got some glitter to it. And it is got a little bit of glitter Really pretty color, and I'm gonna just put that right in the corner of my lid. Now normally you could spray a little bit of your setting spray on your brush just to dampen it so that that color transfers and sort of sticks. I think about that setting spray on your brush before you put a shadow on it. It really does help get it moist and sort of stay in place. That's a pretty color. It's Candied Pineapple. To me, it looks more like Candied Peach. So it's a little bit more orangey than I would have wanted on that look. So we are going to blend some of that off because I'm not a fan of that. It's pretty, it's just not the look I was going for. That's a little bit more toasty, I think, than I would have wanted. So we're just gonna blend this out. And that happens, right? Do you guys ever have that happen where you put on an eyeshadow and you're like, oh, it looks so pretty in the container, in the palette, and then you go to put it on and it's not at all what you were thinking? It's a pretty color. Again, when I was thinking pineapple, I was thinking it'd be a little bit more yellowy versus candied peach or apricot maybe. All right, so that kind of got a little bit of that warm tone off, and I'm not a big warm tone person with my eyes, although I'm trying to get better about that and come up with newer colors and new looks and really stretch myself outside of my comfort zone. So instead, I think we're gonna go with, frosted buns. Why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't we try frosted buns? That sounds like a fun name. Wouldn't that be a fun job to come up with color names for eyeshadow palettes that are seasonal and stuff? I think that would be super fun. So this one is frosted buns. It's a really pretty pinkish, a little more on the cool side. Let's see if this is more what I was thinking. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That would be a really pretty, you know what, I'm gonna use, that would be a pretty highlight. Let's just add a little highlighter right there because that is really pretty. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So toasted buns is working out for us today. We're gonna stick with that one just to finish off this look. I think you could use almost every color in this palette depending on the look that you were wanting to put together. And if you wanted to get real creative with different looks, you could absolutely, I think this really dark green, this Forbidden Fruitcake, is gorgeous. And I'm gonna put that just in the outer corners just to give some dimension to the overall look. And so far, I'm really impressed with how these are wearing. And I'm not seeing a ton of fall off underneath from that glitter or any of the other colors that we just put on. So Too Faced usually has a really good color payout at the price point. It's a little expensive, I think $27 for these 8 colors. It's a limited edition, but I think they're pretty universal, I have to say. That orangey one I think is a little bit too orange for me, but the rest of them I think you'd be happy with. The next one I do want to try is that Forbidden Fruit, because why not put a little bit of that dark color, that really dark green color. And they call it a medium brown with shifting emerald green glitter metallic is what they call that. So we're just gonna put a little bit in the corner and see if that doesn't help. I have hazel eyes, so this might be really pretty, I hope, and pulls out a little bit of that hazel. And then I'm just gonna pull it right along the lash line, sort of like an eyeliner base. And then we'll put the eyeliner on top of that. There is a little fallout on this one, but not bad. Yeah, just a little bit though. We can cover that up with some concealer. And then we'll blend that in a little bit more. So that Forbidden Fruitcake is really a really pretty dark green emerald color, and it's gorgeous. I think if I was to have some, more damp brush with some setting spray, it might really pop through that color. But that is a really pretty dark green, but it does have some brown in it, so it doesn't come out as a green payoff. But it really, if you have hazel eyes, it is that color. It's that browny green color. And I think you would really like that a lot if you have, dark green or hazel eyes. That's gorgeous. It really pulls the green, I think, out of the eye. All right, so now what I want to do is curl my lashes, and then I think I'm going to take that same Forbidden Fruit dark green color and put it underneath my lashes on the bottom, just to tie those two colors, or to tie the top and the bottom together. I'm gonna start with the Haters Gonna Cake, which is this dark brown color here. And then I will cover it with that green, because I think that will have some nice dimension and depth to it, with you adding that dark brown underneath and pulling it just out and up.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna take that same brush and go right back into that green, that forbidden fruit. And does anybody have a really good fruitcake recipe? I don't know that I don't think I had any relatives that made fruitcake. So if you guys have anybody have a good fruitcake recipe, or something else traditionally that you do for the holidays, like what is that signature dish? I'd love to hear about it. And then we're just gonna go back over with that forbidden fruitcake a little bit more in the above the lashes to give it that dark green smoky look. No fallout still to speak of, except a little of that glitter from that forbidden fruit. That's to be expected with a glitter color. In most cases, it's a little bit bigger flake glitter, and I shouldn't say glitter. It's more of a shimmer or a frost. Maybe it's definitely finely milled. And let me see if I can just get a sample. It's almost like an aqua color. It depends on how the way the light hits it, if it looks more blue, more green, more brown, but it's really, really pretty. And then I'm just gonna blend that out the corner and smoke it up just a little bit. Yeah, these colors, you guys, blend really nicely. I would say if you're looking for a new palette that's a little bit more on the holiday side, this could be a good one that you might wanna think about reaching for. Now what I want to do is just clean that up just a little bit, and I'm going to take this Maybelline Infallible Full Wear Concealer and just go over the sort of the outer corner just to clean that up and do any more concealing in case I have any purpling or anything like that underneath my eyes, but then also to give a little bit of a crisp edge to that liner. And then just to give sort of a crisp edge to that shadow, so it looks as though I used tape, but I didn't. And we'll just blend that away. And we'll add mascara, and then we'll see how it looks. We may need eyeliner, I don't know. We'll see. Let's get all this blended in real nicely. All right, and the last step is I'm gonna take this Revlon Color Stay eyeliner, and I'm just gonna do a tight line just underneath my lashes, but on the underside, not the overside. And I just like to do that every once in a while, because when you do that, it does make your eyes look a little smaller, but it also makes them look more dark and pop a little bit more. And since I don't wanna add a bunch of eyeliner to this look, I want the eyeshadow to be the main star. I'm just gonna use this just to give the base of the lashes a little bit more of a dense look. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll just add some mascara, and I'm gonna use the Lancome Idol, which is a favorite of mine. I'm doing a mascara review right now for you guys, and I was really impressed with some of the mascaras, and then I was a little disappointed in one. So boy, if that doesn't sound like a trailer teaser, I don't know what does. I didn't mean for that to be a teaser like that, but it'll be out in the next week or so. So if you're in the market for a mascara, just hold tight for a week or two, and then you'll know sort of some thoughts on one. One that I would probably not recommend is this Magic Extensions from MAC. This was a mess in terms of a fail of a product. So save your money on that one. But if you want to see the whole review, it will be coming up. But if you are looking for a mascara and you don't mind a splurge, you know, this Lancome Idol is a good buy. And you can get it in a small one if you want to test it first to see if you really like it or not before you buy the bigger one. I think the smaller one might be $14. Something like that, and it's lasted a long time. And then I always cover my mascara. I go over it twice, and then the third time I use a waterproof mascara just to help it from transferring across the bottom throughout the day and getting sort of that darker look underneath your eyelashes and underneath your eyes. That bothers me so much when I transfer mascara to the lower parts of my eyes. And it typically comes if I add too much serum in the morning underneath my eyes, and it makes it kind of melty. And then when I add mascara to my lashes and don't cover them in a waterproof mascara, I can always count on this part of my eye looking dark throughout the day, which is a pet peeve. All right, so I think we are pretty finished. Yeah, I like that look a lot. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, and if this forbidden fruitcake is something that you would be interested in. And if not, a good dupe is this Revolution Rocky Road. So really pretty. It's 8 colors, as I said. 3 of them are frosted, 4 of them are mattes. Excuse me, 5 are mattes. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 are mattes, which is good for our more mature eyes. And yeah, Too Faced knocked it out of the park, I think, with this one. So I think you would enjoy it. Have a good rest of your day. I hope you're getting ready for the holidays. They're gonna be upon us before we know it. And pick up a couple shadows or some good stocking stuffers. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.